Good evening. I want to thank God for allowing all of you to be here with us today. And I would like to introduce myself. And also I would like to thank Renew Life and Reverend Brooken for allowing us to be here also. I'm going to introduce myself. I am Brenda Coleman. I am the NAACP Secretary. I would like to introduce our moderators. We have Ms. Tracy Hicks, who is our chairperson for education. And we have Brother Willie Marshall, who is our treasurer. They are our moderators today. I'm going to give you the guidelines for the forum. Each candidate will have 3 minutes to introduce themselves. They will have 2 minutes to answer questions that the moderator gives them. And then they will have 3 minutes for closing statements. So, is there any questions? If not, we will proceed. Oh, I'm sorry. Afterwards, we will have questions from the community, and after then, we'll have questions from the audience. We will proceed.
Okay, we will let each of you first come and introduce yourself. We'll start here and just go down that way. All right. Thank you for being here tonight.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to take the time to thank everyone who showed up this evening. Thank you to the moderators for doing your job tonight, the mayor for showing up, County Commissioner Denny Craig, I see back there, Councilwoman Shannon Moore, and the NAACP president, any pastors, any other people I missed today. Thank you, everybody, for coming. All the friends and family, for myself, the candidates, other candidates here, we thank all y'all for taking your time out to come in and letting us get through this process as we're continuing to work each and every day to try to get the position that we all want and feel we all deserve. My name is Brandon Smith. For those who don't know, I was born and raised right here in District 3, here in Longview. Graduate of Longview High School in 1998, so I'm a proud Lobo. So any of you Pine Tree fans, Spring Hill, we're going to stick with the Lobos tonight. District 3 is a place that groomed me, taught me. All of the business owners in town, Mrs. Moore from Moore's Barbershop, Mr. Allison from Allison Income Tax, my pastor, Reverend Rockmore. These are a few of the people who taught me over countless years of how to become the man that I am today. They taught me business. They taught me structure. And they taught me discipline. All those things I will use to become a great councilman for this city and for this district. District 3 needs someone strong who's going to lead that district and help revitalize the district that has been left there unattended, respectfully. District 3 needs someone who's going to come out there and work with them, speak with them, be their voice, represent them well, and also educate them in the process. You know, we can't leave our citizens there wondering what's going on. We have to do our due diligence when we speak with them and let them know, hey, I checked on it. Bring back answers. You know, invite them down to the council, let them know you can come speak, because a lot of them don't know. A lot of them don't know. Good on time. Tonight, all of us will answer the questions that you have. You know, we will get to speak about the things that we're passionate about, the things we're proud of. We'll get to speak about who we are. And we hope that everything we do and say tonight will give you a good mindset on who's the best choice for this position. Thank y'all for your time. I'm glad everybody came again.
Good evening, everyone. I'm glad that mic is working good. G. Floyd is my name. I'm going to go through a lot of stuff real quick because I have a lot to tell you. If you've seen this card before, you know what I have on it. Most qualified, most committed, and most capable. Let's go through the qualification. A little bit of the educational pursuits. I have a master's degree in business administration with a graduate certificate in financial analysis. I have a bachelor's degree in political science, pre-law. I have an associate of applied science and mechanical engineering technology with 10 years experience as a mechanical engineer. I also have a master teacher certificate. I'm a certified specialist in reading, certified specialist in English language arts, and a certified specialist in middle school mathematics. That's a little bit of education pursuit. I've been attending the city council meetings for 15 years. All of the 9 years that Ray was there, I was there and with him. All of the programs he put on, I helped put him on. I was either the DJ, the MC, or the PA system provider, and helped promote the program. That is the Thanksgiving dinner, the MLK program, which is the city puts on, Juneteenth program, the back to school program. And so I worked with all those years. In addition to that, not only working with the council representative from District 3, I have a letter here from the mayor's office, Andy Mack, thanking my family for being able to work with them, using our personal property to be able to fight COVID-19. And so we've been there. 15 years attending the Longview ISD school board meetings. 15 years attending Gray County Commissioners meeting. So I'm already there. That's a lot of people will tell you. Just a few props right here also. This is a plaque that I received from the NAACP. Remember, I have the distinction of being only one of 4 persons, 50 years in Longview, who is a fully paid life member of the NAACP. That's what this plaque is. So I'm already committed. My finances are already there. This is a plaque from me being an NAACP president, Previum University, and a certificate of hard work and service. So I do a lot of work, get in a lot of service. I also been a member of the Society of Manufacturing Engineers, and so that's what I do a lot of too. First vice chair, second vice chair, membership recruitment and retention chair also. That's 236. I got the timer. All right, a little bit more right here and I'll be through. So again, we've already been there. We've been working, and we're there already. And I've had the distinction. I've already visited 1,550 residences already in District 3. So they know me, and you've seen this document right here before. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. My name is Marlena Cooper. That's a hard act to follow, Mr. Floyd, over there. I don't have props to go with my stuff. But I bring you greetings, of course, from Marbley Place, over on Marbley Avenue. I'm so glad to be here today and have the opportunity to run for this seat. I am originally from Jefferson, Texas, which I'm sure everyone knows, but I'm a proud resident of Longview. I got here as soon as I could. I think one of the most important things that I like to tell people is I'm very rooted in this work. I have an undergrad in mass communications and political science and a double master's degree in community and economic development and construction management. Seriously qualified for this position. When I think about city council and what a city council person needs to do, I want to make sure that I bring that across, that you need to be accountable, you need to be present, and you need to be able to handle the problems of your constituents. And I feel like that's what we've been doing ever since I've been here for the past 6 years. I've sat on a board and commission for the city of Longview for 5 of the 6 years that I've been here. I was the first black woman to run for State Representative District 7 for our district, which is momentous, to say the least. My work has shown for itself, and I feel that I'm more than qualified to take the lead and really get us going on day one. I agree that everybody here wants to be here, which is why, and they want to serve the community, which is why they're here today. I believe that I am the qualified person because not only do I do the work, I'm rooted in this work. You can find me on the street every day. I own Lane Smith Community Engagement and Construction Management Company. We do work with the community for community engagement. We're out in the streets. We're talking to people. We're solving problems based on the work that we've been able to do. We are now handling some of the issues that have been long-standing in my district for the past 7 years. So I'm excited to be able to get started on day one and provide you with the resources, the connectivity that you so deserve. I have a history of 18 years in construction, so housing, building, and development is something very important to me, and it's something very important to the people in my district. Right now, we are dealing with a lot of dilapidated homes, and where you see dilapidated homes, I see opportunity for us to have more people to come in. So thank you for allowing me to be here today, and I look forward to talking to each and every one of you.
Given unto God, my Lord and Savior, we are in church. My name is Brenda Woolrich, and I have lived in the city of Longview for 50 years. I've raised my family here, my grandchildren and all, and I've been here from the beginning. This is not new to me. I have been trying to help my community in south side of Longview. It was a statement in the paper about, I said that I would do this whether I win or lose. When I said that, I was talking about all of South Longview, not just my area. And I thank you all for coming out tonight. I thank God for all that he's done in our lives. I see that we have progressed a long way. When I moved into the community, it was very pretty. Everything was nice. But over time, it's come down. And I am able to work with the city, work with the mayor, work with the people, and help people get what they need. Some people don't know the qualities that we have in Longview. They don't know the opportunities. They don't know what's open to them. And this is one thing that I would love to do, to let our people, when I say our people, I mean our people in the community, know what they have available to them. And I'm so gracious to you all for coming out tonight. I was a participant, main participant in the Harvey Johnson building that we renovated and got done. It hadn't anything been done over it for a long time. But the city was very capable and helped me with a lot of things. I didn't have any problems with that. And my main source and my main problem is that I want to help my people in my neighborhood, because we can do better. When we do better on the south side of Longview, all of Longview was prosperous. And thank you for coming.
All right. Well, thank you for those wonderful introductions. So I have the pleasure of posing the first question. And Mr. Smith, I'll start with you. You've kind of alluded to this, but we need a more specific answer. So please explain what you understand about the role of the Longview City Council.
To my understanding, the role of city council is to establish the ordinance for the city. We represent our districts wholeheartedly, communicate with the citizens and the members of the council. You know, let the council know, hey, what's going on in our community, what can we do to try to get things rectified, get things taken care of. You know, and we also have to follow the guidelines that are based in the charter. Everything's in that charter was voted on by the citizens. So we have to go by those guidelines, and we have to make sure that we are following each and every rule that's in there.
Thank you. Mr. Floyd, would you like me to repeat the question?
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
We live in a democratic republic. We elect people to represent us. That's what the republic means, that is representative government. So the city council represents each of the citizens on issues that come before the community. Individually, the members play about at least 4 roles. They're an ambassador for the city, that is welcoming people, tell them how good it is. They are legislators also, that is they enact ordinances and things like that. They are people that allow us to see ourselves. That is, we expect our representative to have compassion on others who are in need also, going beyond just the regulations and whatever is required. In addition to that, they are people who are liaisons between the city government and the citizens themselves. And so they play multiple roles, again, as a body. That is, each individual is only one of 7 members that vote. And so we have to know that we are a collective, and then we have to act that way. Individually, we can do some things as, and I'm already represented them, elected them. But we work together, but we can do individual things in the community for its programs and things that allow citizens to have access to government. And so one of the things I'd really like to do is have us where we can have access to government services, because there are 3 things that citizens want you to do. They want you to keep the taxes low, they want you to keep the services high, and they want you to keep debt under control. And if you do that, you can stay in there.
Thank you. Ms. Cooper, would you like me to repeat the question?
I think I got it.
Okay.
Thank you. So for me, when I think about a city council member, I think about the city council in terms of the three branches of government. And city council for me is more like the legislative branch. It's the branch that maintains the budget. They maintain city ordinances, write city ordinances, help enforce those things. They help oversee a lot of our city employees, and things of that nature. They work closely with the city manager and the mayor to make sure that things are handled in an appropriate way. For me, when I think about what the city council person does, not only do they maintain the budget, of course, and do those things, but they keep their citizens informed and they keep them abreast of what's going on, but they also insert things into their communities to help make their communities better. So for me, my city council person would not only be a liaison to me and the people in my community, but they would also be an outreach source. They would be a person that brought the information back to our community and helped us in a way to be able to utilize those resources so that they would be better for everyone involved. So when I think about city council members, I think about the boards that I've sat on. I've sat on the planning commission where we have written ordinances and made sure that we brought in new housing developments and new economic opportunities to our district. I sit on the construction board of appeals where we've just approved our new construction codes for you to be able to build different types of homes here in the city. So just with all of those things, I think those are things that encompass what a city council member does. They're present, they listen, they manage, and then they bring things into their community to make it better and build on those things. I think I've talked about that before, neighborhood versus community. And I think it's important for our council member to educate our people on those things and make sure they have all the information.
Thank you. Ms. Ward, would you like me to repeat the question? All
Please.
right. So please explain what you understand about the role of the Longview City Council.
What I understand about it, mostly I have a book about it, but what I understand about it is me participating in the city council meetings, seeing their procedures, what they require, what things they have to do in order for the city to be a better place. And when they do that, when we do that as a city council member, we are supposed to represent everybody. And I have learned since I've come into those meetings that some of the procedures and the things that they go about, establishing getting the roads fixed, establishing getting people help. And it also has a lot of opportunities for people in the neighborhood, but they don't know it. They don't have the access to it. And I feel, for me, that is one thing that we should do, is let our people know what the city already has. And when we let them know what they have and teach them how to obtain it and give them the information, a lot of things are not completed because they don't have the knowledge. And that is one thing that I think we all need to emphasize, is the knowledge of what the city council does. And another thing that I really like about the city council, Tina Hunt, is that, and the mayor, is that they really are concerned about the people. They're really concerned about the city, the streets, the roads, people's pay and benefits. It's a whole lot into it. And I'm not going to sit up and say I know everything about it, because I don't, even though reading the charter, I still don't. But I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to do whatever I need to do to help my community. And when I help my community, I'm helping the city. Because Longview is just not north side. Longview is just not south side. It's a whole city. And when we pay taxes, it's not north side taxes and south side taxes. The members of the city council determine what's going to be done. And when we learn more about what the abilities and the things that we have access to, then we can better serve our community.
Thank you.
Here we go. Okay. All right. Each of you will have a chance to be first, so we just come down the line here. Mr. Floyd, I'm going to start with you on this question here. What is your vision for District 3, and what specifically motivated you to run for this office?
Okay, my vision for District 3.
Yes.
Well, I've talked to city council persons who already reside on the council. I don't know why I feel like I need to stand up. But, you know, they tell us that you can come into this position as a city council person with lots of ideas, but about 70% of your time is going to be spent on agenda items. you're not going to have a whole lot of time to do other things, because if you're really paying attention to what comes through the agenda and what the administration puts in front of you, you're going to have very little time. You can still work on them, all right? But as far as the vision, again, priorities. What are the number one issues that face the citizens in District 3 in the city of Longview? It's traffic. Traffic is a major problem, and the roads. And that's one of the things that we'll be working on real good. Again, there are some programs that have already been established by the District 3 representative. We'll try to continue those and, again, add a little something to it. There are a number of programs that District 3 already has going at Broughton Recreation Center mostly, the Halloween program, the family program that they had just the other night, and the MLK program. So all of that is going to take your attention if you're really paying attention to that. I received the agenda items prior to the meeting, the last minute, and it was 89 pages. So if you are really paying attention as a representative, you're really going to be caught up with that. You're not going to be able to do a whole lot beyond that. There are some things that you can do, some things that you can maintain. But again, there's not any really major problem, I say, in South Longview, because a lot of them have been addressed. And I say the city, the mayor has done a good job already. Again, we have some issues with those dogs, because I've been on the bike riding and I run into the dogs, but I'm not scared of them. So, but anyway, that. So again, a vision for it. Continue to work on the roads. Continue to make changes in the programs that we have. That is, that we want to put forth. It's going to be some new things. My thing is, I looked at the place where my grandfather's business was. 1/4 of a mile from there used to be 35 businesses there. They are down to 8. If you want to know what really changed over the time, so we need small business development, and that's that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Ms. Cooper, you stepped away briefly. Let me go ahead and just give you the question again. What is your vision for District 3, and what specifically motivated you to run for this office?
So my vision for District 3 is that we become the real economic hub that we're supposed to be. District 3 is really the heart of the city. It's where the city of Longview began. When you come into the southeast side of Longview, you are coming into the cultural arts district, and you better wake up, okay? And that's what I want everybody. I want to bring a sense of pride back to the district, the same sense of pride that brought me over when I was a young person singing at T.G. Fields, when I was, at just when I spent so much time here singing at different churches and spending so much time with different people in that district. It's just important for me to see the lifeblood come back to that district. So for me, economic opportunity up and down Eastman Road corridor, up and down MLK, those things are important to me. I've been in construction management for 18 years, so seeing housing and being able to do more infill projects, meaning bringing housing and restoring houses inside of our neighborhoods, is very important to me, and those are things that I really want to work on. Most importantly, just connectivity, being able to connect our citizens to the resources that are already there, provide them with the information, make it palatable so they can understand it and be able to use it better. So that is my vision for District 3. I want to run because I know I'm the one to get it done day one. I don't know anybody like me, no disrespect to anybody else, that has been doing the work for the past 19 years, that showed up in Longview and started doing the work day one, and has continued to show and prove that I am qualified to do this work. I am an economic development. I am a community developer. I build cities and I build homes, and that is what District 3 needs. We don't need to be emboldening the wrong people to do the things. We need to encourage them to come along with us as we put the right leaders in place to do the things we need.
Thank you. Thank you. You need the question.
Will you repeat the question, please?
Yes, sure. What is your vision for District 3, and what specifically motivated you to run for this office?
I had to stand up on that one, because my vision for District 3 is to be prosperous. It's to be beautiful. Like we have the signs, make Longview beautiful. I want to include Longview, our south side, in that. I have a heart for my people. I have a heart for the neighborhood. This is not new to me. I've never been on a position like this, but I've always worked in my neighborhood. I go around sometimes picking up trash in the neighborhood. We walked around with the city code people to see things that needed to be done. I'm for people advancing themselves and making a prosperous life. I just want to see people prosperous and in good health. When I say good health, mental, physical, and every way. And to me, District 3 has the capability of doing it. It just needs people that's behind it. And when you attend these city council meetings, you will learn what you can do and what you can't do. And I implore you all to always have I've lived here 50 years. I've raised my children, my grandchildren, and all, and it has changed a lot. But the people in it are good people. They just need an opportunity to get what they need to be done. And I just implore you to come to the city council meetings. Find out what is there. Find out what you can get, what you can do. And be willing to work with other community people, not just South Side, North Side, Inner Side. All of it composed makes Longview, and it makes Longview better. And I just pray that we get together, do what we have to do on the city council and the city council board, the mayor and everybody that's here, and show compassion, show understanding. I know this not to do this that we're talking about, but all of it. If you don't have a compassionate heart, if you don't care about people and their well-being, it's nothing to you. Because we all have to have that. And so that is one thing that I would love to see, is that we all work together. We all understand one another. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you. All right.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes, sure, I will. What is your vision for District 3, and what specifically motivated you to run for this office?
District 3 is an elderly community. District 3 wants to revitalize the community. We want new things. But we didn't guess what the community wanted. We asked them. We knocked on your door. We gave you our survey, and we asked you what you wanted. 54% of the people who did our survey wanted street repairs, such as potholes, complete road. They want it fixed. They're tired of going to the alignment shop every other month to get their car fixed. 39% wanted neighborhood cleanup, not just the overgrown vegetation that's in the area. They want the neighbors to be held accountable for all the extra access stuff that they have in their homes, around their homes, bringing down the property value. 34% complained of the street lighting. And street lighting in detail is an issue because as elderly, they want to get out in evening times and walk, get a little exercise. They can't. They don't feel safe. You know, you want to wait till it gets cool late in the evening time, but by the time you coming back home, it's dark. And your streets are so poorly lit that you don't feel safe enough to come back home, so you just don't go. A lot of us need that. A lot of us need that exercise. A lot of people like to go to the grocery store at evening time. They can't go because when they go to the grocery store and they get back home, it's dark. They don't feel safe going in and out their homes. You know, we can talk about
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Cooper stepped out, so the next question will start with you, Ms. Woolridge, if you don't mind. Okay, so what is your understanding of the relationship between the city council and the city manager and staff?
Relationship between the city manager and what?
The city council and the city manager and staff with the city manager.
From my understanding, from reading the charter and attending the meetings, that they work together, the city manager, all to work together to establish the things that the city needs, the roads and the different things that they have to work together on. And each one has an important role as an individual to come with their information so that they can better work with the mayor and the city council and get things accomplished. And there was another part on that. Would you repeat that last part?
Oh, no, it was just
Okay.
the relationship between the two.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Smith.
I'm
You
sorry
want
for
me to-
disrespect. Thank y'all for all the questions y'all have asked so far. I'm sorry. Thank you for your question. The role of city council and city manager. City council appoints the city manager. City council holds a city manager responsible for the budget, all the items that are listed supposed to be done, that are allocated to be done. City council also, the city manager also is the one who is kind of over, him and the staff are over all the departments in the city. You know, and with that, he has to get approval from the council for, you know, what's going on, what needs to be done, and open communication has to go back and forth back to the council from the city manager and his staff. Thank you.
Thank you. Would you like me to repeat the question?
If you would, please.
Okay. What is your understanding of the relationship between the city council and the city manager and staff?
Okay. That is the city council, the decision makers. We have a hierarchical structure where the city council is at the top of it. And then, of course, you have the city manager, city attorney, secretary, the municipal court, and then the assistant city manager. You have 11 departments under that. And then all of the other. The city administrators are helped to guide and carry out those ordinances and those things that the council passes in order to actually get the work done. They are considered the experts, and which when we have a issue on the agenda, we listen to them, and then we make a decision based on that or any other additional experts that the city may bring in to be able to do that. And so I emphasize the fact that we have to listen to them because they are the experts. They are the people who actually do those things. We have our own ideas, our own information, sources that we do, but I always say listen to the people who are actually in the position, and they are considered the experts. And again, 11 departments that they have there, and you got a lot of knowledge, and a lot of them have been in those positions for years. And so it behooves the city council persons to listen to them, and that allows us to make a good decision on that. Thank you.
Thank you.
This time, Ms. Woolridge. How would you handle a situation where a resident reports that a city employee was unprofessional or abusive in a situation? How would you handle that? I'll give it again. How would you handle a situation where a resident reported to you that a city employee was unprofessional or abusive?
Take it to the police so that they can investigate. And what they're saying may be true, but I don't know that. And so it has to be an investigation into the facts of what he or she is saying. But I would not leave them alone standing there, with this situation, with not aiding them and being a part of what they're trying to do. And to make them feel like they are valuable. And when a person goes through something like that, they don't have that output, that method of getting help. So once I found out, make sure I know what I'm doing is to talk to the police myself and see what procedures that I need to do to help them to get the help that they need.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. We're going to go to you now, Mr. Smith. Again, I'm going to give you the question. How would you handle a situation where a resident reports that a city employee was unprofessional or abusive in a situation?
Thank you for the question, Ms. Marshall. Uh, as Ms. Woodward spoke, I would gather information. I would gather information. I would get with the city manager and department head for whatever department it may be in that the assault occurred with, whatever department that may be. File a complaint. Request for an investigation to be open on that matter. So follow up and make sure that the full investigation was done, closed out in a timely manner. After I got a report back that it's been closed, I would then get back with the citizen to make sure that they were satisfied with the outcome of what happened and how it was all settled and finalized.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Floyd, I'm going to repeat it again. How would you handle a situation where a resident reports that a city employee was unprofessional or abusive in a situation?
Thank you, Ms. March. In that particular situation, I would say to you, I know the city manager, and I know the mayor, and I know the people who are the department heads, and they would be much displeased with that. But there is a personnel and a human resources manner of handling that. I wouldn't go public or anything like that. I would go to the city manager, talk to that individual, and see if they can handle it on an informal basis. If not, they will use the formal process to be able to handle that. If, in fact, I was dissatisfied with how the city manager or the administration handled through the personnel and human resources processes, then I would bring it to the city council to be addressed.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
All right. Changing up the order a little bit. Mr. Smith, we're going to start with you. All right. So what measures will you take to ensure transparency and accountability in city government?
Thank you for the question, Ms. Hicks. Transparency in the city. City has a good website that they use that's very transparent. I will make sure that all communication is uploaded in its full entirety. Make sure that that website is also updated as things change. But also invite the citizens out and let them know, hey, come to the council meetings. It's an open session. You can come and express anything that you have to express about your city, about your neighborhood, about your community, whatever you have, you can come openly speak at the meetings. You can also be informed of what's going on in the city as well in that same setting of the council meetings. So I think just having an letting the community know, hey, we have open communication. You can check our websites out at any time. Come down to council meetings. You can also reach out individually to your district representative for information as well, and they can get back to you in a timely manner, because I know I am. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Floyd, would you like me to repeat the question?
If you state that question for me one more time,
I sure will. So what measures will you take to ensure transparency and accountability in city government?
Okay. Well, I would say that they have a very good process already in that all of the budgeting and all the items that they are actually online. That's what I'm actually looking at right now on the computer. And so the transparency is there. If there's specifically something that they have some questions about or something they think that they need, I'm sure that they can simply request it from the department or through your council representative to get that information. But as far as budgeting, issues that come before the council, I think there's a very transparent process already there. What can an individual council person to do ensure transparency? Be there yourself and then get the information and then be able to transfer it to whatever you can to that individual.
All right, thank you.
Okay, would you ask the question again, please?
Yes, ma'am. What measures will you take to ensure transparency and accountability in city government?
Number one, I would be transparent. And then I would also request and make sure that they're transparent. In other words, let the people know what is going on. Let them know what things we have available, how we communicate with one another, and also you have to stand for what's right yourself, number one. And if you don't stand for what's right, then you can't require anybody else to be transparent. And when you are transparent and you let the people on the board or whatever is there, let them know that you're going to be transparent. That'll help them be that way too. And another thing that I found out since I've been coming to the city council meeting is that any question that I wanted to know, I got my answers. I'm not a person that you just go tell me anything and that's it. I'm going to follow up on what you tell me. I'm going to make sure what you told me was the truth. And if it's not the truth, then I'm going to go somewhere else or hire it till I get the answer that I need or the city needs what they need. And so I think the main thing is being transparent yourself, being the person that's accountable yourself, being a person that's honest, and also integrity. If we don't have integrity, that's not going to be any accountability. But you have to stand for that yourself. If you're not transparent, if you don't have being loyal to yourself and to other people, then you can't require that from someone else. But you have to have that within yourself, being loyal, being unreproachable about things that are right. You have to have a conscience about what is right. And then you pass that on to the people that are in there. And if they don't, then there are other avenues that you can pursue.
Thank you.